Okay, let's dive right in. Welcome to this explainer where we're going to break down AgentFlow Enterprise, an AI RevOps platform built specifically for serious revenue teams. Now, if you've been paying any attention to the B2B tech space lately, you know that literally everyone is talking about injecting artificial intelligence into their sales processes. The hype is everywhere. But, as you probably also know, there's a massive gap between those flashy marketing demos and actual deployable software. And that gap, that is exactly what we are exploring today. Here's our roadmap for the breakdown. First, we'll look at the AI RevOps engine. Second, the 4 workflow stages. Third, the integration stack. Fourth, building buyer trust. And finally, pricing and implementation. Let's kick things off with Section 1, the AI RevOps engine, and demystifying what AgentFlow Enterprise actually is. How do you automate revenue without losing control? I mean, this provocative question really sits right at the heart of what buyers are asking today when they think about expanding AI into their sales funnels. Revenue leaders are kind of caught in a tough spot right now. On the one hand, they absolutely want the efficiency of AI, right? They want that 24/7 lead qualification and instant routing. But on the other hand, the idea of an unchecked AI just directly emailing top-tier enterprise prospects or hallucinating data straight into their CRM, that's completely terrifying. Control is hands down the primary bottleneck for AI adoption in sales.
So to address that fear, AgentFlow positions itself not as some trendy hype tool, but as a production-conscious platform. And that phrase is incredibly deliberate. It essentially means this software was designed with the understanding that things break, privacy matters, and enterprise teams need a highly controlled environment, not a Wild West experiment. It's built from the ground up for real-world revenue teams who simply cannot afford to treat their sales funnel like a beta test.
Moving right along to Section 2, the 4 workflow stages, which covers the actual life cycle of a lead. Here is the exact 4-step journey a single lead takes inside the software. First up is capture. That's taking inbound demand from forms or APIs and structuring it properly. Second is qualify. This is where the AI really kicks in behind the scenes to evaluate the lead's fit and urgency. Third, we have route, preparing all the right context to hand that lead off to configured systems, whether that's Slack, a booking calendar, or your CRM. And finally, follow up, which focuses on operator-owned next steps. It's a flow that perfectly mirrors how a highly efficient human sales rep already operates. Now, what's really fascinating here is how AgentFlow explicitly pushes back against unattended automation. Instead, they champion this idea of human-in-the-loop governance. It isn't just automatically firing off emails or changing system records in the dark without oversight. Instead, the AI does the heavy lifting, the lead scoring, the initial qualification. But then it serves that structured information up to a human operator inside a highly protected dashboard. The human reviews the AI's recommendation, says looks good, and approves the next best action. This way, you're getting the raw speed of AI, but keeping the absolute quality control of human judgment. It's also absolutely vital to point out that this system is not meant to replace your CRM. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a secure qualification gate right in front of it. Think of AgentFlow as a bouncer outside the VIP club of your Salesforce or HubSpot instances. It stops all the junk data, the spam, and the completely unqualified leads from ever cluttering up your main system of record. It captures and qualifies the demand first and only lets the truly viable, scored leads through the door. Okay, let's lift the hood in Section 3, the integration stack, to see what actually powers this engine. This stack presents exactly what enterprise buyers expect to see. A very clear separation of configured server-side capabilities. You've got Supabase handling authentication and secure lead storage. Stripe manages the billing entirely on the server side, meaning financial secrets literally never touch the client code. HubSpot acts as your configurable CRM sync. OpenAI is the brain running that live qualification endpoint, and the whole shebang is deployed on Vercel's Next.js foundation. It's a pragmatic, rock-solid architecture that enterprise IT teams are going to immediately recognize and trust.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 4, building buyer trust, focusing on security and compliance readiness.
Just look at the stark contrast here. Unattended AI automation is basically a black box. Data goes in, who knows what happens, and actions occur with zero oversight. From a compliance standpoint, it's an absolute nightmare. But AgentFlow's human-in-the-loop governance flips the script. It relies entirely on server-side secrets, API keys are never exposed to the public, and everything happens within a protected dashboard, ensuring the human operator retains ultimate, undisputed control over data handling at all times.
What's really refreshing here is their completely no-nonsense posture. They aren't out there claiming certifications they don't actually have. Instead, they rely on concrete, verifiable trust signals, like GDPR-conscious data minimization, which essentially means they only collect what is strictly necessary to get the job done. They also use an audit-conscious operating model, so every single AI decision and human review is fully traceable. Presenting these exact verifiable security mechanics really speaks volumes to technical evaluators. So, the platform is explicitly shaped to pass the incredibly stringent technical due diligence required by B2B enterprise buyers. Because, let's be real, when a revenue leader wants to buy new software, they eventually have to face the music with the IT and security departments. AgentFlow's entire narrative, from that rock-solid technical architecture to its careful trust language, is custom designed to arm that revenue leader with exactly the answers the boardroom and procurement teams are going to demand.
Finally, let's wrap up with Section 5, Pricing and Implementation, or the commercial reality of getting this running.
Notice how cleanly this self-serve SaaS pricing actually scales up. If you're a solo founder just wanting secure lead capture and a basic AI dashboard, you can swipe a credit card for €49 a month and you're in. If you're an agency or a scaling team, the €149 growth tier steps it up with priority support and trust center language. And for the heavy hitters, the €499 enterprise tier unlocks deep governance planning, audit models, and full architecture reviews. It's highly accessible on day one, yet it scales logically as you grow.
But, the standard SaaS subscription is really only half the story here. Buyers can also opt for custom deployment paths. AgentFlow realizes that selling enterprise AI isn't just about handing someone a login and walking away, wishing them luck. Serious teams almost always need help mapping their unique, complex business logic into the AI. So, they smartly pair the monthly software access with dedicated, practical implementation services. €950. That number represents their starting cost for their launch sprint. And this firmly shifts the narrative from pure software to a software with service model. You aren't just buying access anymore, you are paying their expert team to build a polished, acquisition-ready workflow designed specifically for your business. It effectively bridges that massive gap between just buying a shiny new tool and actually achieving a real business outcome.
And these implementation options build really logically. Moving up from that initial launch sprint, a team can invest €2,400 for a growth automation build. That's to design custom AI qualification logic and specific CRM handoff routing. And for the really massive organizations, they offer a €5,000 enterprise readiness package, which prepares a private, highly secure deployment architecture and builds out rigorous data protection postures.
This dual-path approach is brilliant because it ensures users have working billing and dashboards on literally day one, with the full option to expand later via strategy calls. You do not have to wait months to see the platform work. You can literally use the Stripe checkout right now, log into your Supabase-backed dashboard, and start capturing leads today. Then, as your workflow complexity grows, you just smoothly transition from the self-serve software into those custom implementation sprints to deepen the AI's integration.
So, as we wrap up today's explainer, I want you to ask yourself a question. How do your current revenue operations stack up against this level of production-conscious governance? Are you treating your valuable CRM like an experiment, or are you ready to put a secure human-in-the-loop AI layer at the very front of your funnel? The technology is absolutely here, the operational boundaries are strictly defined, and the path to implementation is crystal clear. The only question left is whether you are going to take control of your AI workflow before it takes control of you. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll catch you next time.